Hey guys, it's me, obsessed with keys. I have to actually look at the camera because the camera's on this side of the iPad. I'm recording this on my iPad, don't ask why, because I don't know how to upload it from anything else. And I've been getting some suggestions to read some of my original stories out loud in a video to just like get myself out there and get more fans, basically. Because I've been told I'm a really good writer. So that's what I'm going to do for you today. I'm going to read some stories. I've also been told that I have a good, if I could speak English, it might help, you know. I've also been told that I have a good reading voice. I said it. Aren't you so proud of me? Okay, so let's get out the magic binder. Look at this. It's such a creative cover. I spent like an hour on that. And I'm going to be reading a short little romance story for you guys. Screw the binder. That was the sound of the binder hitting the floor because I threw it. Let's begin. The tears were still falling, but the actual crying had stopped long ago. Now I was just numb, dead. The rain soaked through my clothes and skin, chilling me to my heart. I just didn't care anymore. "Hello?" said a male voice. "Are you all right?" I grunted. I wanted him to go away. He sat down beside me where I was curled up on a bench. "You're getting wet." "You don't care?" Effing phone. Oh my God. I felt the rain stop. I looked up to see a messy-haired man holding an umbrella over me. "Do you want to ride somewhere?" "No." I looked back at the ground. "You sure?" he pressed. I didn't reply. "Come on, my car's around the block." He rested a hand on my shoulder. I cringed away, and he removed his hand at once. "I'm sorry, are you hurt?" I couldn't answer that. I was, but I wasn't going to tell anyone what happened. He put his arm around my shoulders and held onto me when I tried to pull away. He put his other arm under my legs and lifted me from the bench. He carried me bridle-style through an alley to a nearly empty parking lot. Empty except for a fancy black sedan and an old truck. He closed the umbrella and walked to the back left door of the car, placing me on the leather seat. I felt vaguely bad for getting such nice seats wet. He shut the door and entered the driver's seat. The car started and I was whisked away. Turning the page. At the edge of town, there was a penthouse studio that belonged to the man. We drove there. He opened my door and held out his hand. I took it and he pulled me out of the car. My legs were asleep and I stumbled. He caught me. My face turned red as a beet. "You okay?" he chuckled. I nodded into his chest. He helped me on my feet again and he put his arm around my shoulders, guiding me up a set of stairs, while the garage closed itself. The drizzle continued while we unlocked the door and guided me inside, pushing me gently down onto the couch. "Can I get you something? Or are you going to say, again?" How did I know? He sat beside me, smiling sadly. "Do you want to tell me what's wrong?" "No, I can't." He sighed and looked sad. He got up from the couch and went down a hall, opening a closet. He returned and draped something dry and fluffy over my head, a towel. "Thank you," I said softly. "I'll make you something hot. We can't have you catching a cold." I heard fiddling in the kitchen, and after 10 minutes or so, he came back with a bowl of soup and a cup of cocoa. "Eat. I'm going to make up a bed in the spare room. You're staying here until you tell me what happened." "Also, your clothes need to dry. I have some things you can wear until we get you some clothes tomorrow." He sighed again and went back down to the hall. I looked at the door. I could leave now and go to a friend's house, but I just couldn't be bothered to get up again. I wanted to die. I wanted to sink right through the couch down to hell. I belonged there anyway. It didn't take very long for his footsteps to come back. "You can change now, and I'll put your other clothes in the dryer." I rose from the couch and staggered down the hall. The spare room's door was open, as was the bathroom. I went into the spare room. On a queen-size canopy bed there lay a button-down shirt and pajama bottoms. I changed and flopped down on the bed, curling up again. I left my old clothes wrapped in the towel on the nightstand. A knock came from the door. "Are you done changing?" said the man's muffled voice. "Yes." The door opened and the man came in, carried in a tray with the soup and cocoa on it. He helped me sit up and placed the tray on my lap, sitting on the bed beside me. "Eat. I won't let you get sick." I took a few sips of the cocoa and a bite of soup. He sighed, unsatisfied. "Don't make me have to feed you myself." I picked up the bowl of soup and spooned it into my mouth with considerably more gusto. He smiled. He reached up and brushed a stray noodle off my chin, and my face went red again. I quickly finished the soup and picked up the cocoa, draining it within 2 minutes. "Good. Now sleep." "Page turn. In the morning we'll get you some clothes." He pushed me backward onto the pillows and leaned uncomfortably over me to reach the lamp, turning it off. Plunged into darkness, I felt him pat me on the forehead and get up from the bed. He left the room and closed the door. I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that sick smile above me, that hand poised to slap me. Thunder sounded, and I heard a scream, realizing it was my own. I curled up and cowered, and fast footsteps came down the hall, and the door flung open. I was taken into a pair of arms and held like a baby. I heard soft shush noises. "Calm down. What's wrong?" "The storm. I'm afraid of thunder." "Shh, it's okay. The thunder can't hurt you. It's just noise. What happened?" He hit me." "Who hit you?" "My boyfriend." There was a pause. "Is that why you have these bruises? Why you were on that bench?" "Yes." He held me a little tighter and put his chin on my head. "You're okay now. I won't let anyone hit you, ever again. I promise." I nodded, beginning to cry into his arm. He picked me up and put me back in bed. I hadn't even realized I'd fallen out. He placed the covers over me and sat beside me, on top of the covers, respecting my space. His arm was around my shoulders. He stayed there, comforting me until I gave in to exhaustion and slept. The next morning he wasn't beside me. I freaked out for a second because I had forgotten where I was, but I soon remembered and blushed. A knock came from